Hey guys, it is me, tis I, Milka. Welcome to my channel, NutAeum. Before I even get into the premise of this video and all of that, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you who have subscribed. I kind of feel like it went from nothing to quite a few of you in a couple of days. So I really appreciate your support, and I'm so grateful that you guys found the last reading like to resonate with you. And so yeah, I will say I was not expecting any of it, so I'm so grateful that you guys are here and you're tuning in and popping in to say hello. So thank you. The premise, okay. So I had a whole idea for a video, and then I was like, actually, no, I feel like this is something I am more aligned with for today. And so the premise of today's video is just all things space. So astrology, spacey themed. I'm using all of my space, alien, galactic, astrology, cards and divinatory tools for today's reading. So really it's just going to be random messages. I don't really have a plan. I'm not going to lie with you. It's just kind of whatever comes through for you guys. So even the selections that we have also are very spacey themed. But before we get into the selections, I did want to also talk to you guys about the custom crystal bracelets that I make. So all of the ones that I'm currently wearing are also related to space, sort of. The two with the labradorite, these are actually inspired by the Northern Lights. So you can, I don't know if you can actually see the glare or the flare of the labradorite, but yeah, these are inspired by the Northern Lights. So this one, even though the Northern Lights don't really happen in the daytime, this is more so like, it reminds me of a winter environment in the daytime somewhere in the Arctic, and then you have the Northern Lights. And then this one, which I'll actually take off to show you guys. I don't know if you can, I don't know how bright my light is. Oh, that is so much better. Okay. But this one actually has gold, blue goldstone, which is very spacey. So it's also inspired by you know, the Northern Lights and the night sky and ice and snow and all of this stuff. And then this bracelet, this one is actually got moldavite, tektite, blue goldstone. It's all about spiritual ascension and connection with your galactic heritage and friends. So yeah, these are just a couple of the custom bracelets that I offer. Most of them, bracelets that I make, are catered towards specific healing. And they get attuned with light language, Reiki, and they get personalized specifically for you, not just with the stones, but with the attunements and what it is that you're trying to accomplish and achieve. But I also just make custom requests. So like these, when I made them, there wasn't really healing purpose in mind, though they have healing properties and stuff. This is just more so to be inspired by things. So that's my little self-plug. Now let's get into the reading. We have 5 groups to choose from today. Feel free to choose more than one group, as I myself don't know what the messages will hold, so maybe there's messages for you in many groups. So for group 1, we have spaceship, or with this rose quartz moon, and spaceship with success. This is actually the chariot. And here is your rose quartz moon. Group 2, we have the Empress with beauty. And then we have this rainbow fluorite, or I believe it's a purple fluorite, but fluorite nonetheless. Then we have the Magician with you can do anything. And then we have a clear quartz star. For group 4, we have change with you are changing, and this is the ooh, I'm having A fart of brains. Why am I always forgetting what the 12th card is? It's not the Hermit. That's 9. This is the y'all. I'm burst. I have to look this up because I'm having a brain fart. 1 second. The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man. I don't know why I'm always forgetting that the Hanged Man is the number 12. But you actually have a little cluster of selections of stones. You have an indigo gabbro heart, Libyan desert glass, which is similar to moldavite in the sense that it does come from a meteor hit in the Libyan/Egyptian desert cross border. And then I am forgetting the name of this stone, but it is a very powerful stone, and I will put it in the description box below. Okay, group 5. This is the card for group 5. Sorry, guys. The High Priest with Wisdom. This is actually the Hierophant card. And your stone is moldavite. With us, accompanying you in this galactic journey, we have the cosmic cat, which has got a chip from all the experiences that it has had in life. We're still going strong with our Halloweeny October theme of just a pumpkin and a sugar skull, which has nothing to do with Halloween, but it's a skull. And I'm going to give you guys a moment to choose your groups. And like I said before, wow, that was a brain fart. Not like what I said before, like I thought, I guess, in my head before. All of the timestamps and stuff will be in the description box below, as well as the cards used, okay? So I'm going to give you guys a moment to choose. Hey, group 1, this is your group. If you have chosen the Chariot card or the spaceship, or this Rose Quartz Moon, I'm gonna set your cards aside. I'm really, really, really excited about your message, you guys. I feel like it's going to be exciting news, to be completely honest with you. So I'm gonna shuffle out your cards and I'll be right back. Okay, group 1. For whatever reason, I keep wanting to call you group 2, so maybe some of you guys are cross-watchers. But I have taken out your cards. We're gonna reveal them together. We have a whole stack of cards for you. These are going to be for later. First, we're going to start with some tarot and a couple of the oracle cards. So though I have mentioned everything will be space themed, I do have a little Rider-Waite inspired deck that I'm using that's not space themed, just because, to be completely honest, I have a lot of space themed oracle cards, but not a lot of space themed tarot decks. So there is only one thing in here that's not spacey astrology themed, okay? So let's unveil your cards. Also, one of the things I wanted to say while I was shuffling your cards, it was so hard to get a card out. And whenever cards did fall out, it was like a whole bunch of them. I feel like the universe is trying to keep some secrets. I'm not going to lie to you, because I feel like you're getting a big change coming soon, but they want to keep it under wraps. So we'll see what we actually get through here. So we have the Death card, the 7 of Swords, Justice. This is the 7 of Fire. This is now transitioning into the spacey theme things. This is the 2 of Fire, so that's the 7 of Wands, 2 of Wands. The 9 of Fire, so the 9 of Wands. Wow, that's a lot of Wands. We also have the 9 of Earth, so that's the 9 of Pentacles. The Sun, 1 of Air, so that's Ace of Swords. I hope you guys can see all of the cards. If not, I be apologizing. Then we also have, oh look, the Chariot. Again, I didn't look at the cards ahead of time, so it's funny you have the Chariot twice. And then these are not tarot cards, but we have so many oracle cards that I'm just going to lay some of them out now. We have Memories of Atlantis, Spiritual Acceleration Progress Technology. Angelic Frequency, Angels Are Here, You Are Safe, Potent Connection. Inner Earth, Base Chakra, Strength and Security, Laying Foundation. You guys, for realsies, you have so many cards. Okay, the Divine Matrix, Interconnectedness, Synchronicity, and God-incidences. And then third eye activation with brow chakra, inner vision, and clear seeing. I'm gonna move your main card to the side here so I can fit these in. So give me just a moment to make sense of this chaos. Okay. I do feel we have a little bit of a time frame here because we have Libra and Scorpio, or Libra and Scorpius, which is Scorpio. So that's this season, and we're going to be transitioning into Scorpio towards the end of the month. So that's from around now to mid-November of a time frame that we've got going on. But what is this time frame for? Okay, I feel like you guys are going through a lot of healing, and there's a lot of change going on in your life. There are some things, because you've been going through the healing and you've been doing the work, right? You weren't afraid to be diving deep, which kudos to you, right? Because diving deep can sometimes be scary. But I think you guys just got tired of, the same routine. And so you're like, I have to dive deep. I need change. I need change, essentially, which is interesting that you chose the Chariot, which is all about bring new things coming in, right? It's that transition. And I feel like because you guys have been going through this change, you are approaching a serious activation, not just with your third eye, but I think in your spirituality. Because I feel like you guys have been healing a lot of childhood trauma as well, like childhood wounds, mainly from, I feel like, your parents more so than anything else. For some of you with the base chakra here, it does feel like abandonment issues, and I think it led into self-worth issues and how you allow yourself to receive love, which in the past was not really allowing yourself to receive it. So I feel like you guys are shifting yourselves out of that, and because of that, it's like you're having your awakening, Now, the Seven of Swords being in the middle here, I feel like that is them saying, haha, there's something that you're not going to know. And we're not going to reveal it to you because it's supposed to be a surprise. So you can't know what it is. So I want to personally know what it is, to be completely honest with you guys. But we'll see. We'll see if they reveal any hints or clues in regards to this surprise that's coming for you. And again, I feel like that surprise is coming within this time frame of Libra Scorpio season, or end of Libra Scorpio season. With Memories of Atlantis and Angelic Frequency, I feel like because you've been going through this transition, right, guys? And like I said, it's been tough, there's a lot of being emotional, and it's a hard release. It's a hard release because they're hard realizations and hard truths that you had to come across. Even with this 9 of Fire, look at this. This animal is cut into pieces. You had to completely dissect yourself and look at the things that have made you uncomfortable, or that you thought were inappropriate or ugly, or have been marked as those things by family or society or community. And I feel like because of all of that, you guys are being rewarded because you actually took a look into it to try to release those limiting beliefs. And because of that, with this 2 of Fire, you are seeding something new something incredible, and this new opportunity in your life, like with this Nine of Pentacles and the Sun, the Ace of Swords, the Chariot, like you're getting some great, incredible blessing that is coming your way because of this newfound independence. It's an emotional independence, you know, because maybe before you were proudly independent, like, I don't need anyone, I can handle things on my own like I always have. But now you're seeing that you are divinely guided, you are divinely supported and held, right, with this angelic frequencies and the third eye activation giving you that clear sight. And that is what's leading to this new miracle, a new beginning for you guys. Okay? Oh, that's so nice. And it's like you're being rewarded, right? With this Justice card, it's making me think of karma, but like good karma. You're being rewarded for the efforts that you have put in here into yourself. Okay? All right, so let's get on to the next set of cards. If we can find them. 1 second, guys. Let me just clear the space. But yeah, you guys have a lot of really good things coming for you because you had a really, I'm going to be honest with you, painful release. So I think it was like some serious abandonment issues. I feel like you guys have changed the scope of your lives by addressing them. Okay, so let's get into your next set of cards. We have Sense, Aquarius, yeah. We have Support. Oh, Sense, Support, sense that you were supported. That's nice. We have, oh, the South Node. No, the North Node, sorry. The North Node, Mercury, Chiron, the 9th house. Oh, you guys got a lot of these cards. So waning crescent moon, I'm telling you, like, cards wanted to keep popping out for you left and right. So I had to put back a lot of things, and then they still kept coming out with more. 5th house. So I was like, okay. You don't want to say anything, but you want to say everything. I see. Saturn, the 10th house, the full moon, yay. Okay, then we have Mercury again. Did we have Mercury? Yes, we did. Here. We have the Sun, or Soleil, right? I'm not gonna try to pronounce Mercury. Mercure. I don't know if the E is pronounced or not. And then Virgo with Verge, which is what I assume it's pronounced. These are in French, so do not quote me. And then we have Merkaba with the number 33. Y'all, movement, long distance travel, excitement. Did I not say I feel a lot of excitement for your group, and you guys are moving, right, with that whole spaceship, and this is great. Okay, we're already getting synchronicities. And the 9th house is travel. It's so funny because I feel like the only thing you guys have to do now is continue to sense the fact that you are supported, because everything else is kind of unfolding for you in your life. Because of this major key healing, you are really stepping into unlocking your goals and life's aspirations and purpose. Okay, and communication, I feel like now is going to be a very talkative time for you guys because you're meant to be shining. You've gone through this transition, right? And so it's your time to be out and about in the world. It's very exciting with the 5th house and the 9th house. And Saturn, right? Saturn is all about timing. It's like, it's about time. And obviously all of the healing is not done. And that's just because healing is a life's work kind of a thing. But with some of this healing that you guys have got going on, as you continue to heal, you'll be helping other people see the beauty within themselves. You guys are so sweet. You guys are so sweet. And remember I was mentioning that ascension with like that 33 and the Merkaba? This is all about that spiritual ascension, the next phase in your life. You guys, change is a rapidly coming. It is a coming. Okay, I want to ding my little singing bowl here for you guys. yeah, just to help keep bringing in that change. Okay, you guys are meant to be shining. With this Virgo card, I feel like it's actually really indicating that new beginning and that healing for you. And the Sun and Mercury, it is like you are meant to be in the spotlight right now. People are gonna love hearing what you have to say. So whereas maybe before you would have been easily keeping to yourself or like thinking about a witty thing to say but not actually saying it, I feel like this time, like there's not gonna be much holding you back from actually saying it. So you're becoming more witty in a way that other people can see. You know what I mean? So other people can see this. And again, with that angelic frequencies from the other stuff that we looked at and the support, right? It's like the biggest thing, the greatest thing that they want you to take away from this reading is that you are divinely supported. Yes, we're not revealing all of the things that are coming for you, but that's because we don't want you to kind of fall into old patterns of control and trying to micromanage it or expect it or schedule it, because the whole point is that it's a fun mystery. And the only thing that you kind of have to focus on is loving you. And it's so funny because this makes me think of a comment that I actually read, I think it was yesterday, about like somebody commented on the last video and they're like, so you're telling me all I have to do is just sit pretty and love myself and wait for this person to come. And it's kind of like that's what it's making me think of. Like, yeah, you know, in this case, they're really just saying, you just keep doing you just keep shining, and your little miracle or surprise is coming in, especially with this full moon and Saturn. It's like, it's about time. I'm also seeing you guys getting more recognition in general. So for some of you guys, I think a lot of you guys, it could be in regards to career success or getting recognition in the workplace. But just in general, I feel like there's going to be a lot more attention on you because you're like the full moon. Everything takes place during a full moon in movies, you know? The full moon is the rising star of the night, I guess, even though it's not a star, but you know what I mean? Like, it's the most shining thing. And any movie that you ever see, including a moon, it's almost always a full moon. So it's like you guys are becoming very present. Your presence is becoming very large. And I don't think people can avoid it. And it really is helping you to unlock your life's mission and purpose, okay? So for those of you also who've been feeling kind of stuck in regards to career, just know that as you continue to do this for yourself with the whole loving yourself and all of that, you're actually holding this, like you're opening up to getting that divine guidance through joy, right? Because now there's less resistance on your end because you've done that healing and you're not really trying to sabotage yourself subconsciously anymore. So divine is going to be speaking through you a lot through joy. So follow whenever something gets you excited, because excitement is huge with you guys. Whenever something gets you excited, follow that joy. Okay, because that is literally divine guidance. And I just looked at the clock and I saw 33. So 33 is going to be a big number in synchronicity for you guys, okay? And then it's 1233. So 12 narrows down to 3, so it's like 333. So then we also have past life emotions, or past life emotion lives in you. You're expressing more. It is releasing. You have a sensitive antenna. Sensitive people collect emotions of others. You are your greatest gift. Your life's journey is your masterpiece. Shine love on fear. Love will light up in the darkness. You guys got a lot of these cards too. Then you have that you have options is meaningful. Rock on. So for some of you guys, I feel like there is a little bit of confusion when it comes to career, but just know, because I just saw 1, 2, 3, 4, right, that it's coming. You're taking these steps. You've been taking these steps, so it's going to come through. Don't put too much pressure on that situation. We also have, oh my goodness, Libra again with the Peacemaker. Productivity with the Honeymoon. First quarter with Ignite. And then Aquarius a second time actually as well with the Visionary. And then these are blank on the back because these are my personal cards that I created. And they are spacey themed for the most part, but the ones that you guys just so happen to get are not. And we have That's a No, Rejection, Redirection. Stargazer Lily with Temptation. And Honshazi Shonen with Distance. Okay, so what we have here for you, again, either you guys have heavy Libra energy or Aquarius energy or air sign energy, or this is again giving you a bit of a time frame between Libra and Aquarius season. I think this is going to be a very progressive path for you, especially between Libra and Scorpio season. I don't like giving time frames. I'm not going to lie to you, because time frames are always changing. But I'm saying it because this is what they told me to say, so I'm saying it. In regards to these cards here, I think this is with the you are your greatest gift and shine love on fear. This is, I guess, this for me is indicating the healing that you guys have done and that you're continuing to do as you really start to see just how divinely supported you are. These two cards are more so talking about the healing process and what you've been leaving behind with these past life emotion, with the past life emotion lives in you. You know, so yeah, you're still going to have these moments. I feel like you went through it a little bit more like a couple of weeks ago, possibly, where you were getting extremely emotional as you were going through healing, but you're still healing. And I feel like you guys are also going to be crying from gratitude a lot more as you just start to come into terms again with how loved and supported you guys are. With you have a sensitive antenna, I also feel like because of this spiritual progression, right, and this ascension that you're going through right now, you're a little bit more vulnerable energetically. So be gentle with yourself. Follow your joy, follow your bliss, you know, because it's leading you down the path that you're meant to be in, okay? And really be gentle with yourself, because as you transcend or you transition into this next phase in your life, right, with that ascension and the Merkaba and with the spaceship, which is all about that transition, it's just, you're going to be a little bit vulnerable. So just, again, remember, just a reminder, be gentle with yourself. You don't have to meet other people's expectations. It's not about their expectations of you. And it's not about your expectations of how far along in the journey you should be, right? It's about the fact that you're actually getting things done. And here, speaking of getting things done with productivity, I feel like that's, again, emphasis on that. The first quarter moon with Ignite. Remember how I was saying, like, follow your joy? Because you guys, as you continue to do this nurturing and nourishing and healing and focusing on just being you, really, and, like, loving yourself, you're going to get this passion. And that's how, for those of you who are having a hard time figuring out exactly what direction you want to go and all of this stuff, it's like it's going to ignite you through joy, through passion. So pay attention to the things that get you excited, okay? You see, with the visionary, it's like you're going to be planning things. Get excited for your future because you've got something really good coming for you. With that, that's I think with something that maybe you're thinking of pursuing, you could have been rejected or there could have been negative reactions towards it in the past. Just know that's not the case anymore. This time has ended. So if you feel tempted to fall back into a certain hobby or passion that you've had before, that temptation is actually divine guidance, okay? So, and with the distance here, it's just, it wasn't time before, but now it's time. And don't be like, well, people are usually at this place in 3 months and it's taken me 7 months and I'm only just starting to get to that place. That's okay. You have your own journey. That is part of your journey, okay? The timing is part of it. We're not meant to all have the same journey as everybody else. That you have options is meaningful, rock on. This is also, I feel like talking about that, but I also want to read the back for you guys. If I could make just 2 wishes, I'd wish I could somehow convey to you the profound depths of my gratitude for every moment of your life. I'd also wish that you could somehow know your unimaginable importance just as you are now. Oh, just as you now are to the lives of so very many. And of course, I'd wish for even more wishes. Oh, shoot. You were such a good idea, the universe. Yeah. I feel like this is also just kind of saying like it's okay if you're leaning towards one thing and another, and that's why you feel kind of stuck career-wise. Okay, that's okay. The most important thing is that you just start with one thing, and I feel like the one thing that you should start with is going to come to you soon through joy and a sense of excitement. Even if it's not the main thing that you always wanted to do, it'll be like a baby step, like putting a foot in the door to get you to build momentum. Okay, guys? And let's also get the dice rolling. Since it's just for you, let's get these opalite dice. We have 2 sets of dice that we'll be rolling, so this is just one of them. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have Mercury again. Then we have the 15th, which is the devil, but it's actually giving me the Capricorn vibes because you did have the 10th house, and on the bottom of the deck, on the bottom of this deck, when I had your cards out, you had also Capricorn. So then we have Capricorn energy again. This is a whole season you guys are kind of experiencing, because we have it from now, which is Libra season, all the way through Aquarius, which includes Scorpio, Aquarius, Capricorn. So I think that's really interesting. We also have Venus, the midheaven. Oh my gosh, you guys, the midheaven is in the 10th house. Y'all, more emphasis on the 10th house for you. We have sextile. This is Poseidon. And part of fortune. Okay, part of fortune, again, is giving me Wheel of Fortune vibes, and it's just saying like your time. It is a coming, okay? And again, it's making me think of that surprise that you guys have going on for you. With the Mercury card, again, I just feel like it is talking about you guys coming out of your shell, your mind, your mind. Like anytime you have such an intellectual mind. If you ever start getting a bit of a panicky mind, just bring yourself back to to creativity. I feel like creativity is a good channel for you guys in particular to help you get out of the analytical clutter into something more well, first of all, creative with that productivity and ignite, right? Visionary and inspiring. This will help inspire you. So anytime your mind starts going 100 bazillion miles an hour, just bring it back to creativity. And I feel like some of you guys could be really good at poetry. We also have with Poseidon, this is talking about drastic change and being eccentric, right? So being unapologetically yourself, which is why you're shining with all this Capricorn energy, right? The 10th house is fame, it is recognition, it is success, and it usually is associated with your career. So I feel like you guys are gonna be like, remember I mentioned talking, so some of you guys really are gonna start talking a lot more, but it's a good thing because people are actually gonna be hearing you and people are gonna start noticing you. And with Venus, I just kind of feel like you're being extra blessed with this and with creativity, because Venus, you guys, is also Libra, okay? So that's an additional little timing thing for you as well. I feel like, yeah, and they're also talking, so maybe some of you guys have a lot of Libra energy, because Libra has come out quite a few times. Let's get the final dice as well. We have 3, Venus again. Oh my goodness, you see the 3. Oh, the 3, the Venus, which the 3 and the Venus is giving me Empress card, Empress vibes. And there it is, Sagittarius. So now we have an actual time frame. I was wondering why. I was like, you know what? The only thing that's missing from this time frame that they mentioned at this point is Sagittarius, because Capricorn was mentioned a few times, Libra was mentioned a few times, Scorpio was mentioned once, Aquarius was mentioned once. The only thing that they didn't mention was Sagittarius, but even then, actually, they did have the 9th house, which is Sagittarius, and there it is. There's your Sagittarius. That's your time frame. And this 14 is making me think of the Temperance card, which is also Sagittarius. So I just feel like this is kind of your season. Things are going to be a brewing, and at any point in this time frame you're going to be experiencing a very big actually, I feel like it's a couple of surprises for you guys. You've got a couple of things coming in for you, but with that really loud truck, I feel like they're like, but hush hush about that, because they're meant to be surprises. So yeah, you guys, I feel as though you're just stepping into a very fruitful time in your life. I'm really proud of you for allowing yourself to shine, for being like, you know what, I am going to talk. I am going to have my moment in the light, which will be your whole life moving forward. Because like I said, you've done the healing. So good job, you guys. I'm very proud of you, and I'm super excited. I would love, by the way, if you would share in the comments down below and let me know what this, what these surprises are, you know, or what these exciting things are that are coming into your life. If you have a hint, if something has already come in, or even about your healing journey, I would love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. I also want to mention, before I completely like put an end to this part of the reading, with the fact that you guys got Venus and the threes, right? You had the 33 earlier with the Merkaba, and that's also like the Christ age with the Ascension. I think it's in like Christianity, right? It's like the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost or something. So I really do feel like you guys are ascending with that angelic frequency, and your beauty is going to be unmatched by those around you, okay? So I feel like with all the Libra energy and all the Venus energy and the threes, I think they're also going to be and 3, Mercury is 3. You guys, the number 3 in numerology is also about communication and being super social. Wow. So yeah, it's all about being social, being beautiful, being radiant, and being you, and shining because of it. Okay, I see you, group 1. All right, group 1. So that was your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like I said, I would love to hear from you in the comments down below. I would also love if you liked this video or gave it a thumbs up if you feel like it resonated for you, if you want to claim this exciting news. I have a lot of big things planned for this channel, so I would appreciate it if you pressed the subscribe button to keep posted, because I've got some things that are going to be really fun, exciting, and yeah, I'm just excited to put it out. I just need the time, you know, just give me time and I will deliver. But yeah, and there's also going to be stuff that's going to be helping you guys focus on healing, if that's something that you're interested in as well, which I'm excited for, and a couple of other things which I'm keeping in the wraps. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm wishing you so much love and light. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, all of my information will be down in the description box below, how you can reach out to me. Or if you're also interested in a custom crystal bracelet or something along the lines of inspired by something, because I even have bracelets that are inspired by like Athena and, you know, ancient Egypt, and Osset, which is Isis. So yeah, that was your reading, group 1. I hope you enjoyed. Lots of love and light to you guys. Bye. Hi, group 2. Welcome to your reading. This is your group if you chose the Empress with Beauty, or this rainbow or purple fluorite. I'm not entirely sure. So before we actually begin your reading, I've already pre-shuffled your cards, so you won't be getting a cut. We'll just be getting into it. One thing I did want to mention is, if some of you guys were interested in picking another group, you may have more than one group here, just because the cards that fell out when they flipped over, the ones that I did see, were similar to like group 1 per se. So if you guys felt drawn to group 1, or I feel like group 3 as well, maybe something for you guys too, possibly for those of you who are called to it, it's not going to be for everyone, then feel free to explore. Also, I just want to say, I know that like you chose this beauty card and the Empress and all this. but you guys are actually so beautiful. Like, you are so beautiful. If any of you have been feeling super insecure about your beauty, it's not even me, okay? I haven't seen you in person. It's the cards. It's the back of the cards, okay? Like with this card, this was on the back, so that's why I'm showing it to you now, right? With the Venus here and the Mercury and the Virgo, and with the Jupiter and the peak of summer and attraction with Lyra, okay? You guys are a beautiful, and you also have on the back of the deck here, Queen of Wands. And that siren, that be Archangel Michael peeping in, okay? So, yes, y'all are pretty. Just saying, just saying. Okay, let's get into your reading, you guys. So I'll just shift your cards and your little thingy to the side. And you know what? Let's start your reading also with a little dinging of the bell. Or the singing bowl. It's not a bell. And though I have promised that this is an all astrology themed reading, or like zodiac spacey themed reading, I will say I only have one tarot deck that is spacey themed. I know, why? So I did use a Rider-Waite in addition to a space themed tarot deck. Sorry, one sec, guys. Something with the camera. There we go. But I just wanted to put that out there, you know, like, don't come for me, okay? I'm gonna make it happen. So maybe next time I do a spacey themed thing, I'll collect more spacey themed things and tarot cards if I can find them and whatever. But let's get into your reading. Okay, yeah, so you see what I'm saying? This came out in the last group. So you have 7 of Swords, the 7 of Wands, the 5 of Pentacles. You guys, why have you been so insecure? Y'all, you deserve a lot more than what you really think you do. And I just feel like you've been selling yourself short. And you've been feeling so insecure about your beauty and your self-worth. And if there's somebody that you have in mind that has been making you feel less than or confused, like they're just not worth your time. You're so like incredibly beautiful inside and out. So yeah, don't take diddly squat from anyone, okay? Then we have the 10 of Pentacles, the 9 of Wands. This came out in the last group, and so did the 7 of Wands. So you have the 7 of Wands twice. There's a need for you guys to protect your energy, just because I feel like some people are really trying to be pulling from you, especially now that you're radiating, right? I mean, you always had this light about you, but I think it's about time for you to come to terms with the fact that you've got it there. And then we have the Sun. These aren't tarot cards, but there are so many oracle cards that I have to just plop them out. We have Crown Chakra Upgrade, Arcturian Light Codes, Sacred Inner Space, and then the Heart of Source. And I'll actually read what it says on the bottom of these cards. It says divine connection, holy experiences, miraculous energy, evolutionary downloads, recalling power, future thinking, sacral chakra, tenderness, sensuality, all-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, and serenity. So I feel like you guys really are stepping towards seeing your worth, but I think that there's still a little bit of old patterns that you're getting there on repatterning for yourselves. Okay, I also, you know what? I'm going to pull from the cards that I already have placed, that like a couple of cards that I have for you guys. I'm going to pull them ahead of time because this Crown Chakra card and this Heart of Source and the Sacred Inner Space, it's just, you guys are being so called to pray right now. So I just want to pull these cards as well because I know I saw something about that in them. So we also have Strength here with Waxing Gibbous. We have the Solar Eclipse with Threshold. We have Create with Waxing Crescent. We have the nurturer with Cancer. And then this is the reason that I thought of prayer, because this is not technically a card that's meant to be part of the deck. It's just like a card, you know, by the creator as like a little moon blessing. But I like to keep it in the deck because this also has symbolic meaning. I'll read it to you. It's a moon blessing, and it says, silver moon of the starry night, bless my reading with your light. As the cards unfold the wisdom they hold, I am open to receive your luminous sight. So, and I'm placing this next to the sun, which I think is interesting, right? Because there's no such thing as an accident. But yeah, you guys, I feel like you're really coming into this spiritual place. I feel like your mind is calming down, but I still feel like though you're transitioning into actually seeing your beauty and consciously knowing that you deserve more, I feel like there still is a little bit of that wounded child as you're going through this that is like, really? Really? I do deserve more? I am worthy of that? Like in disbelief, you know, like almost like somebody who's been caged all their life and then is released to see the sun, and they're like, am I allowed to step into it? You know, it's like, of course you are. You no longer have shackles. But they're just so used to it that it takes them a little longer because it's just so shocking how stark the change is. And I feel like you guys are really being called to pray. You guys are really being called to pray and connect with your guides as you go through this transition where you are healing that hurt part of you. Because to be completely honest, I feel like for quite a few of you guys, this actually transcends past this lifetime. I feel like this is something that you guys have been battling with for a few different lifetimes. For those of you who believe in past lives. And it's time for you to break that karmic cycle of that feeling of less than. I think that's also why you had so many hardships in your younger years and so much isolation, whether it be physical or emotional. You guys are meant to shine, and I feel like in the past you've been shunned for your beauty, especially like in past lives is what I'm seeing, you know, being shunned for your beauty, being this powerful presence, but then also being made a fool of, like not a fool of, but being made into something evil or corruptive just because you have something that you were born with, something that should be a blessing, right? With the beauty and all of this stuff. But people almost turned it into a sin. And so there's this disownment that's been going on for a few lifetimes of who you truly are. So it's time, this is the time when you guys shift out of that. This is the time where you shift out of that mindset with this solar eclipse, right? It's like revealing that past and then healing it. And I know this is you know, I don't mean it in a religious sense. I just mean it in a spiritual sense. Like God, the source of all that is, was, and ever will be, the source energy is so strongly with you. You have such a strong divinity within yourself, okay? And anytime you start having those doubts again about shining, shine anyway. Don't be afraid to shine because divine is with you. Your guides, source, they're with you. You're supposed to be this blazing being that is so radiant, like the sun. You're supposed to be this, okay? It is your nature. It is who you are at your core, and you've just disowned it for way too long. And it's time for you to get to the heart of it, right? To come into that sacral chakra, into your womb space for the females. For the males, it's just your creativity, your libido, your emotional depth. And everybody has an inner goddess, right? Everybody has an inner god and an inner goddess, just as we have divine masculine and feminine energies within us, right? Because we're not just one thing, we're a mix of both, and we tend to lean towards one over the other. So I feel like it's also calling on you to reconnect with that feminine energy regardless of your gender, because that feminine energy can also be strong. And I feel like there's been a disownment of that feminine energy for you guys for quite some time, because either it has been, I think this is more so for the masculines now, but it has either been considered weak, or it has been shunned, like your creativity or your uniqueness or your love of beauty has been shunned, you know, especially for the masculines. They're like, you're supposed to be more, you know, masculine than this, or that was what was emphasized before. But it's like, no, we want you to explore this feminine part of yourself, okay? And for the feminines, like, really embrace that divine nurturing and nourishing essence that you have within you for yourself, towards yourself, okay, you guys? I didn't mean for that to get a little preachy, but I feel like that's kind of the path that they're going down. They're like, yeah, it's time for you to go to that healing, to go to that ancestral healing, because this does feel like it's something that's beyond this kind of a lifetime. I feel like it's been a disownment of power for quite a few lifetimes, and for you guys, okay? I also feel like with all of these cards here, the emphasis there was like, be protective of your energy. Don't cut yourself short. Don't cut yourself short. With this Five of Pentacles, this is you like denying that light and continuing to go the harder way because of what it is that you feel you're worth. Which again, I feel like this, for some of you guys, this could be deeply like seated and rooted, and it feels like karmic and ancestral. And for those of you who are masculines, by the way, tuning in, I just want to say, I mentioned the Queen of Wands earlier, but for the masculines, I saw the King of Pentacles. Okay. This is making me think of another reading that I did that was also very split between masculine and feminine energy. That is so interesting. I think it was also a group too, but I don't remember, so don't quote me on that. But yes, let's get into the other cards. So we've got knowledge, create. You have create twice now. Interesting. Oh my goodness, you have the solar eclipse again. Then you have the beginning of winter. So that would be like December. Towards the end of November, December. The 5th house, which has got some Leo energy. We also have the 2nd house. The 11th house. Capricorn. Taurus. I think it's pronounced Toru, but don't quote me on that. Which is funny because you have the 2nd house, which is also Taurus, and then I thought you had Capricorn somewhere else, but then you have Uranus with Aquarius energy as well, which is also the 11th house. So that's funny. These cards coincide with each other. You also have air, philosophy, discrimination, empathy. And tall whites, uncertainty, distrust, and guarded. I feel like this uncertainty is towards yourself, but that's also what can make a couple of you guys uncertain when it comes to trusting other people or their intentions. I feel like, again, part of this is ancestral, part of this is karmic for you guys, as in it's from other lives, where people have betrayed you or taken advantage of you for your beauty, for your light, for your shine before, and so you dimmed that light, right? You put the moon over the sun, you dimmed that light, and you became mistrusting of other people and of yourself, and like, again, with the self-worth thing. with this air energy, I also feel like a lot of overthinking seems to happen for you guys. And with the second house, which is indicating that you are so beautiful, but it seems as though this insecurity is coming for your physical body as well. For some reason, maybe some of you guys, I feel like more so for the feminine, it's like, I'm not as beautiful as I think I am. No, I'm not as beautiful as you're saying I am. Like, that's what I can hear you saying. And then for the masculines, I feel like that could also be a message, but then I feel like the masculines are split in two. For some of them, I feel like they have this, they know that they're beautiful, and so it's like keeping up that appearance is hard and difficult and taxing, and it takes up a lot of energy mentally. Or they have a similar message to the feminine, so take it as it resonates. But yeah, with the second house and the 11th house, you're eclectic, you're different, okay? And second house, again, that Taurus energy, that is Venus. It's also, Taurus loves art and music and singing and expression and sensual experiences. So I feel like with this create, remember I was saying like getting in touch with that sacral chakra, right? That's your creativity, your creation. That's the divine feminine energy. For the women, this is getting in touch with your womb space. And then the knowledge is coming through here with Uranus so strongly. So I feel like you guys, again, are being called to just come back to that feminine energy within yourself of creativity, creation, and pleasure. Pleasure in your own body, and then pleasure in life. Okay, you guys, it doesn't have to be one or the other, and it doesn't have to be stressful either. Okay? Like, you can change these karmic cycles. You can change them now. That's it. It's done. Finito. All right, you guys? And I understand this is super hard to carry such a burden, because this kind of a karmic cycle also attracts a family dynamic or a dynamic with people in your younger years that reinforces those beliefs of, I have a hard time trusting people, or love is untrustworthy, or I have to overanalyze completely everything about myself in order to feel like I can be accepted, because it's all about being accepted, right? Like you dimmed your light as a form of self-protection, and so that people can accept you, as opposed to in the past lives is what I'm saying, as opposed to like shunning you or burning you at the stake or calling you Satan or something like that. You know what I mean? For the seductiveness, I'm not really sure. That is just naturally in your air, okay? Because you have a very seductive quality in your air naturally. It's just been turned dark for some time as you had to overcome these insecurities. But you can turn it back into light. And I don't mean dark as an evil. I just mean like with this whole kind of like a pause, or like hiding that space with the moon, covering up your sun, your light, your glow. Okay, let's see what else we've got. Oh my, I have placed the wrong cards in the wrong place. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Let's see what else we can get for you guys, because we do have a couple more cards and we have to roll the dice as well. We have, you have a sensitive antenna. Sensitive people collect emotions of others. This is also something that came out in the last group, but I feel like between you and the last group, there's like cross-watching happening. And I think that's what happened in one of my previous readings too. Let love be your guide. Live a life from love, guided by love. Sometimes the good is hidden. And I'll read the back of this now for you. Find the good in what they said or asked. It's always there, even if they didn't mean for it to be there. Sherlocky yours, the universe. P.S. Clues for what you want are hidden all around you. And we have you have more options than you realize. It sure is hard to get really angry at someone when you can think of all the reasons you love them. And you can, the universe. And then we have, this is from my personal deck that I hand drew, Chiron with a Wounded Healer. Oh, yeah, and this is interesting because I normally don't write these little things. It's usually song lyrics that are around here, but I was trying to read what that said. And it says, I just was so called to it. I dwell in the blessing dark. I let in the light. I feel like with the solar eclipse coming out twice, with I dwell in the blessing dark, I let in the light, it's like, I just feel like that's tied with that. And then with my own, it's like you let in your own light. And I'll show you love. I'll show you love. I feel like there's somebody who's coming into your life or who wants to come into your life, and they just want to pour so much love on you, but they hope that you can see that love for yourself too. Okay, because I feel like they also came across these like insecurities of self-worth and stuff like that. And so now that they feel like they can value themselves a little bit more, they want you to see how valuable you are too when they come into your life. But I feel like some of you guys could already be united in like the 5D. And I feel like some of you guys could also be hearing this person's voice in your head, but you just think, oh, I'm just having a pretend conversation with my future person. But it's like, no, you guys are actually having a conversation, right? You're actually having this conversation. And with the whole crown chakra upgrade, with the whole prayer thing and connecting with your guides, I feel like that is something that helps with you being able to connect with them as well. And with the, you have a sensitive antenna, right? Like you guys can sense each other. And again, there's so much emphasis on dark and light here, and sometimes the good is hidden. So like those things that I was mentioning, right, that you kind of placed a little dimmer on, they're hidden, but they don't have to be hidden long, and they don't have to be the overruling energy of your life. I think the goal here is just for you to be able to accept how wonderful and beautiful you truly are, and to be okay with that, to be okay with exactly who you are. You know, you don't have to strive or prove yourself to anybody, okay? And I feel like that especially, that's for all of you guys, but I feel like there are some masculines that maybe, or masculine energies that may be listening to this, and like they need to hear that you're not valued by how much you can protect or provide. There's more to you. And that's why I guess they're also asking you to connect with that feminine energy, because you're not just a provider or a protector or somebody who brings home the money. You're a whole being with thoughts, dreams, like wishes, and you should be able to go and pursue those things and share those freely. Okay, now let me just roll the dice for you as well. Okay, so we have 19. Oh my gosh, you guys, 19 is the sun. You have the sun again. And then you have Uranus, which is Aquarius again. You have a square. You have Neptune, which again, Neptune is tied with creativity, my people. Okay, you guys are so creative. It is incredible. You just haven't allowed, maybe some of you didn't give yourselves the chance to explore that, but it's like, go into it, dive into it, enjoy it, okay? We also have, don't mind me, just casually, you see my phone. There are a couple of dice here, because these are custom dice that I designed and all of this stuff, but there are 2 dice that the symbols are still relatively new, because they're not symbols that I usually use. So one of them, this one is Apollon, and it's about expanded wisdom, intellect, and being open. And then this one, I believe, is Eros. Yes, this is Eros, love, eroticism, attraction. So they have attraction twice, because we had attraction with Lyra at the bottom of the deck, remember? So I feel like they're emphasizing with the sun, right? The sun has a huge gravitational pull because it is massive. And that is why we are all circling around it, because of its gravitational pull, right? So the sun has this magnetic gravitational pull. And yes, sometimes that energy is chaotic with this square, okay? Sometimes it is chaotic, it is conflicting, but that doesn't mean that the sun stops shining, right? It still continues to shine. Some people are not going to be okay with your sexual energy once it starts coming out, because they're going to be like, they're so repressed in themselves that seeing it in somebody else is like, whoa, no, that's too much. But you guys have a lot of hidden sexual energy, and I feel like some of you, it's even hidden sexual desires that you don't allow yourself to explore because, well, again, some of it is the past, right? The past lives being shunned, and like being told that you need to focus on a more primal kind of a thing or other things. But then some of you think that whatever it is that you desire is so out there, so weird, that it's not exactly achievable, you know? And that's not the case. Like, Neptune is all about, again, creativity, being a dreamer. Like, you guys, they're really emphasizing on you being you. We also have ascendant and descendant, right? Because this came out in the middle, so it's ascendant and descendant. So that's the first house and the seventh house. This is the way that you appear outwardly to others, and then the relationships and how you are revealed on a deeper level through relationships, okay? They're asking you to be your hidden parts, to bring them out into the open, right? Sometimes the good is hidden, and they're asking you to bring those hidden parts out into the open, okay? Don't worry about how other people will react to you based off of the experiences from the past, okay? I don't mean this in a mean way, but like, they mean nothing. It's your life. Shouldn't you feel fully expressed and live it with joy? You know, the freedom of being exactly who you are. And again, with this Chiron here, it's again talking about healing, right? The wounded healer. And you're so good at helping everybody else see how worthy that they are and how supported that they are and how cared for that they are. And it's like, girl, boy, it's time for you to feel that too, okay? Now let's get the final dice. We have North Node, the 10th house, 3, and Virgo. So the North Node and the 10th house and 3 were something that was coming out a lot in the first group. So, well, the 3 and the 10th, the 10. Again, like I said, maybe you guys could be cross-watching for each other or whatever, but that could be, you know, a thing. Virgo is talking about putting in that healing. And it's interesting because Virgo and Pisces, right? Pisces is ruled by Neptune, are opposites. They're opposites of each other. So again, it's like that 1st and 7th house, right? And then with the North Node, it's about this life. It's about finding who you are and being who you are unapologetically. Okay, you're meant to shine exactly as you are, and through your creativity. Your creativity is meant to be the thing that helps you shine. Okay, you guys? So please, please, please don't let those insecurities hold you back anymore. I know you guys have been working on it, a lot of you, so good job. And yeah, that was your reading, group 2. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it didn't feel too much like a call out, and I hope it felt more like a supporting message, because you really are so radiant. You should allow the world to see you, okay? It would be a privilege for the world to see you. Think about, if you're going to be thinking about other people, which I wouldn't advise, but if you are, think about the 10 people that are going to love you, opposed to the 3 people who are so ashamed of their own desires or taboo things that they shun you. Okay, guys? All right, group 2, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, I would love to hear from you in the comments down below, letting me know if it resonated for you. Are you a cross watcher, perchance? Are you a masculine or feminine? Is there one that you were leaning more towards, or leaning towards more? Yeah, okay. And if you guys are interested in the custom bracelets that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you can reach out, or a private reading as well. You can reach out to me through the information in the description box below. Okay, and yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And also, if you like this video, I would appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up. I have lots of plans for this channel. It's going to be very exciting, lots of different themes and things that I would like to help you guys with. So I'm really excited about that. So if you'd like to stay tuned, or, you know, keep in touch, I would appreciate if you would subscribe as well to stay up to date. All right, group 2, that was it for you. Lots of love and light to you. Oh, let me put this away too. Bye, guys. Oh, side note, group 2. Also, before, I know I already end, but think of this as like a PS with all of the cars honking like crazy. We also have Saturn here with time. And remember, I was mentioning the past life stuff. So I feel like this is just an extra key emphasis. And it says, if I could turn back time, right? So it's almost like rewriting your past karma. Okay, now, bye, group 2. Hey group 3, welcome to your reading. If you chose either this clear quartz star or this magician card with you can do anything. You guys, as I was shuffling your cards, one of the cards that I saw but I didn't take it and now I a little regret it was glory. And it's so funny, you'll see why, because there was another card that came out which made me think, oh, it was like honor, and it made me think of that glory card. And I'm just getting such like Prince Arthur, Excalibur, medieval, royal vibe from you guys. Maybe some of you guys are into like old kind of, or historical dramas or historical shows, or history in general. I also am just getting with this magician card, like you guys can accomplish anything you set your minds to. So if any of you have ever had insecurities about it or have recently been feeling a little down in the dumps, don't sell yourself short. Remember all the things that you were able to accomplish before, okay? I also wanted to point out that almost every card has had Virgo in some way or form. I mean, every pile so far has had Virgo in some way or form. But we have Virgo and we have Gemini as bottom-facing cards, which are both ruled by Mercury, which is the magician, okay? So I just think that is funny. But yeah, I'm so like getting Excalibur vibes from this. Like I don't know why I'm getting such King Arthur vibes from you guys. And again, Excalibur. For the other groups, I rang the little singing bowl, so I'm gonna do it for you guys too before we begin. And something I want to mention as well is, I know I mentioned this will all be spacey themed cards, okay, but I only have one space themed tarot deck, so I will be also using a mini Rider-Waite style deck, but everything else is space themed, I promise. Okay, so let's get into it. We have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Swords. Okay, I feel like this is about feeling kind of left out in the cold in regards to communication about somebody. I've been getting that vibe as I was shuffling as well. Oh my gosh, wait, this is also Excalibur. And I feel like Archangel Michael is coming through too with the sirens and Excalibur, like the sword of Michael. I don't know, there's a lot of stuff going on with you guys in that regard. But then we also have the High Priestess. Interesting. The King of Wands. The 3 of Wands. Seraphim's Gateway with voice activation, angelic attunement, and divine support. I Am Presence with light body activation, accessing the divine within. Merkaba activation, transcendence, ascension, you are rising up. Temple of Truth, throat chakra, authenticity, self-expression. Okay, you guys, I feel like there is miscommunication or not the right kind of communication or no communication going on between you and somebody that you would really like to be talking to. I feel like this person seems like they're... Okay, so this is a little split for masculine and feminines, okay? So invert the message if you're the masculine or feminine to apply to you, okay? So I feel like in some way the feminine energy that is being shown here, so I'll refer to you guys as feminine and masculine, and then you can apply as is, okay? Yes, I feel like the feminine energy here is very intuitive, like a bit of a psychic or mystical, has some kind of a sense of mystery about them. There's something so magnetizing and magnetic about them, and this masculine energy is so drawn to the feminine. But I also feel like there is no communication happening between the two of them, and it's driving the masculine energy especially kind of crazy, because I feel like there's a lot of lusty desire going on, and not being able to talk or see each other as frequently is kind of extremely annoying and frustrating to them. I also feel, with voice activation and throat chakra, oh my gosh, you guys, this is like double whammy in regards to communication with the Ace of Swords. And I was mentioning Excalibur, which is another sword, right? Yeah, I feel like it's two energies here, and both of them would like to have some kind of communication, but both of them also have not said anything. And I feel like it's leaving both of them feeling completely unsatisfied and like they've been left out in the cold, because now there's this weird interaction dynamic that happens between the two of you guys, where now it's a little weird every time you see each other because you don't talk, and so one person is reacting from the last time and then the other person reacts after that. And even if you try to make it work, it's like there's still kind of insecurity or shyness or confusion about the connection that you guys have, because I feel like the connection is very spiritual for you guys. And so it is kind of it's transcending the physical body, which I think is why it's so confusing, because it's more than just like a lust or sexual desire for each other. It's like a, I want to know you. I want to know you. And I feel like you guys can feel each other's sexual energy as well, which I think is what's creating even more frustration, because you can feel them energetically, but you don't talk to them or see them, and you feel like you can't talk to them or see them for whatever reason. I also feel like with this Three of Wands, there's like planning. There's planning happen. I think it's a little bit more so on the masculine's end, where it's kind of like, okay, something needs to happen, because you see this is even being represented by like a toucan bird. I think this is a toucan. But it's like, look at this bird. This bird is all about, it's like mouth is open, it's ready to talk, the Merkaba activation, right? You are rising up, transcendence, like overcoming this communication obstacle. I feel like maybe you guys may not necessarily see each other for a little bit, or maybe you will, who knows? This is a general reading. But I feel like the next time you guys see each other, the masculine is going to try to initiate communication, because maybe the feminine did before, but did it awkwardly, and so the masculine felt awkward about that too, and it's like a whole diddly-daddly, I don't even know what. So you guys are like, you guys both feel this connection, but you're so like tongue-tied in regards to how to actually express anything. And I feel like maybe at first it could have been a little taboo or uncomfortable, and so one party had to stay silent, or both parties had to stay silent. And but I feel like it's gotten to the point where you're just like, both of you, especially I'm getting like the masculine here, is like, I can't handle that anymore. Like, no, this is too much. Like this desire, this want, this, what I'm feeling energetically, because I feel like the feminine has more of an understanding about this kind of stuff than the masculine. But again, doesn't have to be the case. So I feel like for most of the feminines, they kind of get why they're feeling the way they're feeling. Doesn't stop them from feeling sexually frustrated, especially. But the masculine, I think, is a little perplexed, and I think they're getting this like I have to make a decision. You see, even here, he's coming out of his skin. He's shedding that old skin because this way and this way didn't work. You know, like both people being choked at the throat didn't work. So he's like, I'm getting out of this situation and coming up with a new way of handling it. So I think that next time you guys could come together, there could actually be communication. If the next time is tomorrow, it's possible, but I feel like, you know, you may need a couple of weeks. I think they're planning on a way to do it. And maybe the next time you guys do come together, it will be a little bit of all of a sudden kind of a sensation. So they don't get to say exactly how they wanted to say. And there's still like a little bit of tongue-tiedness, but I feel like there's also kind of a little bit of progress. I don't know, it's very confusing with you guys. But let's get into the other cards that you have as well. Okay, I don't know why the Spider-Man theme song is now in my head, but there you go. Okay. Then we have, you guys got a whole wad of these cards. You basically got half the deck. I mean, I almost didn't take them, but I decided that's how perplexing the situation is for you guys that you needed to just let it out. So here it is. We have Hunt. Interesting. Again, that's making me think of like that. The more masculine energy and the connection is kind of like, okay, I'm gonna find a way to make this person mine, or like I'm gonna strategize. With that Three of Wands was also like strategizing how to actually get to where I would like at least some kind of a form of communication, you know. It doesn't have to even be romantic. It's just like I'm going to strive to talk to this person. And we have rescue. Yeah, I remember I was saying like the whole medieval thing I was getting in the King Arthur, and there's like a sense of valiant, and I feel like they would be coming to rescue, or I think they would like to, like, there's a sensation of like, I would like to come into this person's life and help them with something. Maybe that would be like, maybe they dropped something and I can pick it up for them and we can start a conversation, or maybe I can rescue them from this antagonizing silence that we're both going through, and I'm going to be the one who's taking initiative because obviously they're not having the best time doing it, you know. Then we have Punish with Scorpio. Yeah, okay, let's reveal the others first. And Knowledge. Reveal. Oh my goodness. Knowledge, reveal, both of those things are about insight, right? Travel. I feel like travel could be getting in the way of you guys communicating. And I feel like in some way it kind of feels like a punishment, and I think the person who's going to be communicating is worried that the other person will have moved on. There's a lot of like mental stuff here, but I think they're getting to a point where they're like, I'm just going to say exactly what I need to say because this is driving me crazy, and I just need to let it out. Like I need to let it out just so we can get it over with and move on if I have to move on, or pursue it if we pursue something, you know. But I think it's like getting to the point, or it will be really soon getting to the point where it's kind of maddening. And then we have Precision, and this would be again like I'm getting more so like it is the more masculine energy and the connection that will be making the move. And revealing how they feel. And then we have Hate. Such conflicting energies. I think they're just, the hate here is showing the extreme frustration that they're feeling, not even at you, but I think at themselves and towards the situation, and like the fact that they haven't said anything yet, and they continue to have not said anything. And I think that they hate the dynamic of what's going on between the two of you guys, the things that have made it complicated to pursue you, and vice versa. They're like, oh, if only it didn't have to be so complicated, if only this didn't happen, if only this person wasn't involved, if only this and that. Then they have Imagine, because I feel like this person fantasizes about you quite a lot, to be completely honest, and they wonder like how you are in bed, if it's similar to what they imagine it in their heads. We also have Adapt, and I think again this is kind of like this person trying to read the room when it comes to you, and again vice versa. And like you guys pick up each other's signals, but you guys get into this mixed signals thing too. We have feminine here. Yeah, I definitely feel like the masculine is pursuing the feminine moving forward, at least in the next interaction, however long it'll take for that to happen. We also have reflect, renew. Yeah, it's kind of almost like a, can we start over? I don't think this person is actually going to say that, but I feel like there's a desire for it. There's a desire for a new start, a new beginning. We also, oh, there it is, honor. Hunt and honor. Look at that. Wow, you guys have a lot of green and blues, I've noticed. Here, here. Green and blue is all about the heart and the throat chakra. Green, blue here too, right? So blue is all about this expression. And as I'm saying this, I'm feeling tightness in my throat. So give me a second. Let me take a sip of water. Like, I feel like both of you want to just say something, but to be completely honest, I'm especially feeling the frustration from the masculine energy in this connection. And it just feels so much like a knot in the throat. Like, ugh, I just want to say something. I just want to say something, let it out, just say my piece, you know? But I can't. I have to hold it in. I have to suppress it. It feels like that a little bit. And again, I think it has to do with a third party that could have been involved, or the way that you guys were introduced to each other was like, could have been like somebody else is interested that is close to them, and then there's some kind of drama. I don't know, something like that. We also have the full moon. The whoop, what is this? The 11th house, sorry. Okay, so I feel like for some of you guys, you may be, I'm sorry, but you may be getting the communication that you seek around February. That's just for some of you, okay? I'm not the biggest fan of timing stuff, but it could be around February for some of you. Then we have the 4th house. The 11th house again. Whoa. Then we have Pisces with Poisson and Mercury energy. We also have Neptune. Interesting. So again, Pisces energy. And didn't we have the High Priestess? We did. And we have Andromedans. Autonomy, free will, manifestation. Okay. I feel like the feminine energy almost wants to let this connection go because they're super spiritual and they're super conscious of free will. And I think there's an insecurity of them thinking like this person is only like feeling the way that they're feeling towards me because I keep thinking about them, and it's not because it's a mutual interest. I don't want to be the reason that they're kind of feeling stuck in this way situation. So it's almost like they're taking a really highly spiritual approach, because I feel like one of you guys is extremely, extremely spiritual. And one of you is very innovative and the other one is very nurturing. And I feel like you guys can both have those qualities, but one leans more towards one and the other leans more towards the other, you know? And I think you guys could actually be a good match if you allowed for this to actually unfold, right? We have the full moon, so maybe the moon phases have something to do with your union as well. Like maybe they could have a bit of an implication. So you know what? This is making me think of the Chinese New Year, because it's a lunar New Year, right? And so maybe this is about the Chinese New Year, which could be a timing thing again with all the Aquarius energy, right? Because that's February. Aquarius starts in Aquarius goes through February, you know, around the time when the Chinese New Year would be, I believe, is usually going to be in Aquarius season. So I'm sorry, you guys, but it seems like you may have a little bit of a wait if you're going to be hearing back from this person. Unfortunately, I do feel like this person is going to panic about They're gonna panic about the feminine moving on, I think. But then at the same time, they almost don't care. They're almost like, good, I hope she moves on, because it's just been such a saga, you know, I feel like, between you guys. So it's just all very confusing, and the feminine may or may not move on, okay? They could or could have not have someone else, but if they choose not to have someone else, then I don't know. It's very muddled. It's very confusing for you guys. I feel like both of you guys are just like, okay, if you move on, almost it's like a desperate thing, like, oh, I want to move on, you know, because this is kind of annoying and overbearing a little bit. But I also feel like there's a part of you guys that can sense that this could be something really good if you stick it out and wait it out, if that makes sense, if that helps. I know it's frustrating. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, then we have that you have options is meaningful. Rock on. Very interesting that this is the thing that came up, because I just said, like, both of you kind of, especially the feminine kind of wants to move on, and the masculine doesn't really want the feminine to move on, especially if they do confess in like February. They're like hoping that the feminine will still be there. But I think they're gonna do like that self-protection thing in their head, like, well, it's fine if she moves on, actually, or the feminine moves on. It's actually okay. Like, I don't care, you know. But they do. They're just saying it as a form of self-protection. If I could make just 2 wishes, I'd wish I could somehow convey to you the profound depths of my gratitude for every moment of your life. I'd also wish that you could somehow know of your unimaginable importance, just as you now are, to the lives of so very many. And of course, I'd wish for even more wishes. Oh shoot, you were such a good idea, the universe. We also have, things are about to get really juicy. Oh my goodness. A little heads up on an addiction that afflicts all really old souls. Giving love eventually becomes an even greater need than receiving love. See, you're not strange. Love, the universe. Love is the reason, you guys. My goodness. Each person in your life is there for a reason, and that reason always has something to do with love. Like me, the universe. Y'all, I just got chills, okay? We'll get into this in a second. Everything is as you've created. All you create offers you lessons in life. Let go of a fixed plan. Allow for spontaneity and growth. You know what, guys? Before we actually get into the rest of the cards, I just want to touch on this because I don't want to forget anything that I'm picking up here. Okay, first of all, they're saying release the outcome. They're like, this is all happening exactly as you had pre-planned it. This frustration, this lack of communication, this back and forth. It's also kind of giving you a chance to do the things that you have to do, them a chance to do the things that they have to do. It's not you being frustrated on purpose or you being teased on purpose. It's more so like you guys have interacted or encountered each other. It's helping you to kind of set off some kind of an awakening or to move past something, you know. And don't feel like you are stuck on this person, because you have options and they will have options too. I feel like you guys both have options, but both of you would like to explore the opportunity of each other. I don't think you guys are both super consciously set on each other, but there is a little bit of a fixation because of how strong that like chemistry and sexual attraction is. And I feel like both of you are curious to explore each other as an option. Things are about to get really juicy. Okay, this is kind of like the frustration, and I feel like the possible sexual longing as well. So take that as it will, okay? And I feel like, again, with everything is as you've created, it's kind of like this is the way that you're able to handle, and there's a reason that the relationship, again, if you so choose to allow it to come through in the time that it does, when you just let go of the outcome and just let it happen how it happens, if it happens. which I feel like it could happen if you just let it happen. And love is the reason. I mean, this is the funniest thing ever, isn't it? Like, that is just hilarious to me. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's as you created, because I guess you needed time to focus on the things you have to focus on. They need time to do that as well. Maybe heal certain things so that if you were to come together, you wouldn't trigger each other so truly. Then we also have Blue Moon. Oh my goodness, with renewal. You know what, guys? Give me a second. I want to see if there is, when the full moon is in February, however. Oh, whoa, I didn't realize the moon. Oh no, okay, my app just told me the moon is in Gemini, but it is not. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, the full moon is in the beginning of February. Okay, it is in Leo on a Sunday. And when is the next new moon? Nimen. Let's see. I don't want to take away too much time in the reading focusing on this, so you know what? I won't. But it's funny because this is literally talking about that renewal, right? With the blue moon. It's like, okay, when we come together again, it's like there is an opportunity, right? Remember how I was saying, like, maybe they feel flustered, like they were coming up with a plan. They're like, I'm going to reveal this and this and this. And then they kind of weren't expecting to meet you or see you. And so they feel flustered, and that doesn't exactly happen. And that leaves you guys feeling even more frustrated. And I just saw 202. Right? It's like your person are the twos, and then O is like the things going on in the middle between you guys. And so like they're saying like, okay, there will be a second chance to like redo that interaction. Okay, so it's kind of a bit of a heads up for you guys. It's not going to necessarily go exactly how it's planned, maybe the next time. But the time after that, they should be coming back strong, but I think travel may be in the way. Then we also have waxing gibbous with strength. And new moon with new beginnings. Oh my goodness, you guys. You see what I mean? I feel like they're just telling you like, hey, this could be really great if you hold out, you know. You don't have to you don't have to hold out if you feel so extremely frustrated. But if you hold out, this could have the potential of being something really great. And you guys can actually have your new beginning. You just have to hold out a little longer, and both of you are going to have to kind of overcome a little something, something. Sorry, my pumpkin was looking a little weird. I had to check on it. You could see each other at a Halloween party. I don't know, maybe. And that could be where it doesn't go to plan. I don't know, take that with a grain of salt. That's probably going to be for like one or two of you guys. And I swear I shuffle these cards, but these cards have come out like, these three cards in some combination form or way have come out in the last two readings as well. But we have Chiron with the Wounded Healer, and these are personal cards that I created myself. We have Stargazer Lily with Temptation. Oh my goodness, yeah, that makes sense. That's a no. Rejection, Redirection. And then Neptune with the Mystic, and it says, when I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change. Tell me why. And I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors. That's why I love you. But again, that tell me why is coming through really, really, really strong here. So, okay. Again, I kind of feel like you guys are probably going to experience a little bit of a false start, and not in the sense that you guys are actually in a relationship and then you break up and then come back together. That's not what I'm getting. It feels more like you guys have this strong temptation, right? And like that opportunity, right? Because we saw renewal and new beginning. So for some of you guys, I guess it could be an ex or a past person. But for some of you guys who it is, like somebody who you've never necessarily been in a relationship with, I feel like maybe there's going to be this like false start in the sense that like you guys are going to try something, and then or like you're gonna try to have this communication and it's gonna look like it didn't work, and like somebody's gonna kind of feel embarrassed or like, oh my gosh, I should just give up, you know? But the other person like understood what was happening and they were receiving it, and it's not like, you know what I mean? Again, it's just like cross miscommunication. Okay, so I feel like it's not a no, it's like a no for now. And it's not that one person is going to get rejected. I don't think it's necessarily that the person is going to get rejected. I think it's like you're expecting a certain outcome the next time you interact, it doesn't happen. And it's like, it's not that that's not ever going to happen, it's just you got to give this person a chance. Like, it was so unexpected, so the next time around it's going to happen. And this is all happening because you guys have got your own wounds to heal, they've got their own wounds to heal. Okay, and I feel like this spiritual connection, because you guys have had Neptune quite a few times now, and Pisces quite a few times. So again, emphasis on the fact that it is possibly around February that you guys may actually have the communication that you're expecting or desiring. Or I'm also getting with Neptune, it could be like the reason, like you guys are feeling such a psychic connection and it's so strong and it's so overwhelming, and it could be a past life kind of a karmic thing, or just a soulmate thing, past life in general kind of thing. So I feel like that's why it's so confusing for you guys. But you know what? Since this is about two people, what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll my astro dice that I have custom made or custom designed and had somebody make. And we'll see the energy of the masculine and the feminine in regards to this communication thing and this union. Okay, we'll see where both of you guys are at. So give me 1 second. All right, so, oh my goodness, we have Chiron again. Interesting. Okay, let me just separate them and then I'll explain what they are. Tell me why ain't nothing but a honey. Tell me why. I don't know why I always do that. I always flip these for some reason. Okay, so let's see who we are looking at. First, let me double check what these are. So give me 1 second, guys, and then I'll tell you what is what. What is what? Okay, we have retrograde in midheaven for this group. And then, sorry, I'm just looking at my little notes because the ones with the symbols that are not standard, I am myself getting used to. So this is Eris. Eris, okay. Chiron. This one is Vulcanus, so rapid expansion, purifying fire. Interesting. And then this one is transformation and great depth. Square trine 5, which is the Hierophant. 21, which is judgment. Uranus, Jupiter, Mars, and Pluto. Interesting. So this person has Eris and rapid expansion, purifying fire, and this person has the wounded healer and transformation and great depth. Okay, so both people are going through, so whichever one resonates with you, take it as you, and then the other one is the other person. So this person, right, both people are going through some kind of a rapid transformation. This person has a little bit more healing to do before they can actually welcome in love into their life. They're trying to align with their life's purpose, and I feel like retrograde season has actually helped them to kind of start doing that. I also feel like they're going on this path of divine timing and into the depths of who they truly are and their personal power and all of this stuff. This person feels more like the Neptune person or the high priestess kind of energy for the most part. And then we have with this person with the retrograde, the Eris, the Vulcan with the purifying fire, the square, the Hierophant, the Uranus, and the Mars. This kind of feels a little bit more like the masculine energy for the most part. Again, take as applies. I feel like this person is also going through some kind of a healing and an expansion. I feel like they could have met that with a little bit more resistance, which is one of the reasons why there was a timing kind of a delay, because you guys still have healing to do before you can come together. Remember I mentioned the triggers. I feel like this person has a really high sex drive, which is also making me think of that King of Wands energy that we were talking about. Oh, and I just saw 2/11. February 11 maybe for you guys, possibly. Yeah, so I feel like they're kind of going through it right now. They're going through a little bit of a rough patch, a hard situation in their life, and things are expanding and changing, which was all divinely appointed. Both of you guys are going through divinely appointed periods in your life. This person could also even be going through a divorce, to be completely honest with you. Whether it's an emotional divorce or like an actual separation from a previous person or something like that. But yeah, I feel like they just have a lot of things to purify, and they wouldn't even be able to completely invest in this person. And this person is just starting with these new beginnings and expansion and all of this stuff. So they would be a little thrown off taking on this person's hurdles, and they're still allowing themselves to receive love. So this kind of a person needs to feel like this person needs to learn to receive love a little better, and a little more, come into more self-worth as they expand on their purpose, mission, and their career and opportunities. And this person is kind of going through it right now with that deep transformation of the soul, kind of like a dark night of the soul. It seems like this guy's got a little bit more intensity going on currently, which is why maybe the next time you see them, they kind of could look like death, because they're sort of kind of going through one. And then final messages here with these guys, we have Neptune again. Oh my goodness. The 4th house, the number 1, which is the Magician again, and then Gemini. Interesting. Okay, we had Gemini earlier. The Magician is associated with Gemini. This could be talking about a Gemini. So it could be talking about somebody who has heavy air influence and heavy water influence. Like that could be the two parties, right? Because we've been getting Neptune a lot. So it could be somebody who is a Pisces, who has Pisces energy, or it could be somebody who is a water sign and somebody who is an air sign. That could be the thing that we're going on about in regards to the union. With the Magician card, it's also talking about you manifesting the desires that you want. Even the clear quartz is a great amplifier and manifester stone, right? So it's kind of like you get to decide, right? With take a chance. You get to decide what it is that exactly you want to do. But they're kind of suggesting that maybe you give this person a chance and like wait it out and see how it could unfold. Okay, and in the meantime, continue to focus on nurturing yourself, because I feel like that's what you guys currently need right now, especially with the play here. Okay, don't allow this connection to just stress you out beyond belief. Okay, nobody is worth that. All right, you guys, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed group 3. I would love to hear from you guys if it resonated with you. Were you cross-watching? Were you resonating with the masculine or the feminine side? Are you the High Priestess? Are you the King of Wands? Did you enjoy the reading? If you did, I would appreciate a thumbs up. If you guys are interested in a personal or private reading or one of these custom crystal bracelets, all of the links will also be in the description box down below. And I have a lot of big plans for this channel, you guys, so I would appreciate if you subscribed, if you wanted to stay in tune, because I've got stuff that I'm excited for in regards to helping you guys work on healing if you are willing to do so, and a whole bunch of other stuff that I've got planned. So I think it's going to be really fun. And if you would like to stay in the know, you can click the subscribe button. But for now, I'm sending you guys lots of love. I know it's frustrating what you guys are going through. I feel like more so for the masculine than anything else, because I feel like the feminine could be a little bit more spiritually attuned or developed, so the feminine energy kind of gets it. The masculine is kind of like, I don't know what to do, because they already have a naturally high sex drive. So I think that could also be something that can kind of make it feel like hell a little bit. Good luck. But yeah, you guys, I'm sending you so much love and light, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye. Hi, group 4. Welcome to your reading. This is your group. If you chose this Hanged Man card, or change, you are changing, or this Indigo Gabbro heart, or this Libyan desert glass, or this mystery unknown tektite, kind of a meteorite resembling stone something. Let's just dive straight into your reading, you guys. I feel like you guys have a little bit of touching on love as well, which happened in the last group, which I think is kind of curious. So let me just shift your cards to the side. I've already gone ahead and pre-shuffled. I'm also gonna ring the little singing bowl for you guys, just like I've had done for every group so far. So one sec. And a little disclaimer right before I start unveiling your cards. I do only have one tarot deck that is associated with space and stars and galactic things and astrology. So because of that, I am using a Rider-Waite tarot deck, kind of inspired card deck. But everything else is space related, I promise. It's just I needed a little bit more in regards to the tarot. But yes, so we'll see. I haven't even discovered any other tarot cards that are spacey themed that I could use. So maybe you guys can have some recommendations, perchance. We'll see. But yes, so let's get right into your reading. We have Judgment, Page of Pentacles, the Star. Quite lovely cards, lovely cards. We also have the High Priestess. We have the Four of Wands, the Ten of Cups. Wow, you guys are getting some of them good cards. We also have Halls of these aren't tarot cards, but there's so many oracle cards. To make space. Halls of Amenti Initiation, which says secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, initiations. Shambhala Initiations, retreating to recharge, trusting in the process, Dharma. The Central Sun, abundance, downloads, regeneration, and success. And then Merkaba Activation, transcendence, ascension, and you are rising up. So this actually came out in the last group, and so did this High Priestess card. So maybe you are somebody who picked two piles for two different, and there are two different people in your life. Possibly there's like that soulmate, and then there's somebody who you feel like is your ultimate love, or like the ultimate soulmate / future spouse kind of a vibe, because I feel like that's what this reading is more pertaining to. Which the other reading, again, if you didn't pick two piles, disregard what I'm saying, but the other reading could also be, but this I just feel like, whatever, let's get into your reading. Okay. So, with the Judgment card and the Star and the High Priestess and the Four of Wands and the Ten of Cups, you guys, okay, I just feel like it is your time to shine. It is your time to shine. It is your time to create financial prosperity and success. It is your time to pursue your passion, to follow your dreams, and the destination is your dreams right now, okay? And I feel like because of this, you are attracting in a higher level soulmate. With the Halls of Amenti Initiation, the Shambhala Initiation, the Merkaba Activation, I also feel like you guys are going through a really incredible ascension. Like you guys are so much more sure of yourselves than you ever have been before. You guys are so much more aware of divine timing, and you're so much more accepting of it as opposed to feeling like a victim. you know, or like, why me? Why always me? It's more so like, I get it. It's about timing. Enjoy your life now. La, la, la. I also just saw 44. So I feel like that's a confirmation. I feel like maybe you guys have also kind of been either seeing 44 or just angel numbers in general, which would be like 11, 11, 22, 33, 44, 55. And then like repeating patterns. Yeah, I just feel like right now, you guys, it's all about you shining. You are meant to be in the spotlight. You are meant to be exuberant and fun and happy. And there was just a little bit longer in regards to waiting period, but it's got like this much left. You know what I mean? Because your timing is here. It's now. Okay. I want to keep saying it's coming, but I can't help myself and I can't stop myself from saying it's now. Okay. And I'm seeing like a lot of emotional fulfillment for you guys, especially when it comes to your work, because I feel like you guys are actually pursuing some kind of a creative endeavor or something that gets you excited about doing it, you know? And so you can actually start making a little bit of shmoney from this as well. And with the retreating to recharge and trusting in the process, I think this is something that they're just kind of reminding you in regards to the future. Maybe in the past you would have judged yourself for taking a break, but now you become a lot more gentle with yourself and kind and consider to understand that you need a break. So I think it's just kind of a little bit of a reminder that you're going to be coming across a time pretty soon in the next few weeks that you're going to want or need another break. And it's okay. You're not going to lose progress like maybe you may have had in the past. Okay. So that's this portion. You're also going through like a serious, like you guys are getting such insight into your divine self. It's kind of incredible and crazy because of all the stuff that you've done in regards to yourself and your self-worth and self-esteem. You guys have created this like new beginning thing for yourself. So it's pretty cool. We also have masculine. Ooh la la. Did I not just say... well, let's see what else we have. We have victory. Yeah, I feel like you guys could be coming into union soon. Then we have 11th house for those of you that are seeking a partner, that is, or have somebody in mind. The 8th house. This is the lunar eclipse. Mercury. Oh, you guys got a lot of these. We also have the beginning of winter. Okay, we're getting a little bit of a timeline here. And we have the 7th house. So we also have ascendant, which honestly, I know ascendant astrologically is like where your chart starts, but I feel like this is you guys ascending in general. We have I believe this is Libra. Yeah, no, yeah, yes, no. Verseau. I don't think this is Aquarius. Oh no. I think this is Libra or Aquarius. We'll see. This looks like Aquarius. Okay, so it's Aquarius. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because Libra is balance or whatever. So this is Aquarius. Then we have Scorpion. We have Capricorn. We have Andromedans, autonomy, free will, manifestation. We have the flower of life, inspiration, awe, dreams. And we have Syrians B, responsibilities, lessons, growing up. Yeah, you guys are so coming into union by the end of winter. I kind of feel as though that is the case. Within the time frame by the end of winter, possibly. That's not initially what I wanted to say, but it's what came out, so we're going to honor that. What I initially wanted to say is like you guys are so aligning with your life purpose, with your joy, with your desire. You guys are following your joy. You guys are following the things that you would like to accomplish, to achieve, and because of that, you're giving yourself a rebirth. I feel like your libido is probably a lot more increased. I feel like you could probably, if you are looking for a romantic partner, feeling your person sexually, romantically, you know what I mean, in the energetic planes. I also feel like, you know what, with all this Aquarius energy, Aquarius is making me think of that star card again. So maybe some of you guys are actually also thinking of doing something on social media or some kind of media presence or with technology. And I see you guys succeeding at that. So I think it's like a lot of people, it's time for a lot of people to stand up and shine. It's all been about divine timing, which is what the Hanged Man card is for me personally anyway. So I feel like that's what they're kind of emphasizing with you guys. You've learned your lessons. Yes, there's still a little bit more to learn, but you guys are already kind of along the lines of that, okay? And you're coming into this place where you're making your dreams a reality. You're actually shining. This death and rebirth, I feel like, is talking also about the magnetism that you have. And with this Pegasus here for the Aquarius, I'm really sensing again that star energy and like the ascendant. Again, it's just you guys are magnetic. You are a force to be reckoned with, and I don't think anyone can truly completely comprehend just how amazing you are, especially with how we have the Libra card here as well. I think that is talking about you guys and how beautiful you're. I feel like your energy is so magnetic that, like, regardless of how you look, which, you know, just regardless of how you look, people can't help but be drawn or attracted to you. You could be wearing a paper bag and people are going to be like wanting to stalk you. And they don't even know why, you know, but I think that's just kind of the flow that you've got going because you're pursuing your path, your person. Oh, maybe for some of you, but your purpose and your passion. We also have Pisces with the psychic. Play with the waxing crescent. The new moon with new beginnings. Waxing gibbous with strength. Blue moon with renewal. You guys, I swear I shuffle these cards. I really do. And these are cards that fall out, right? But they're all kind of the same. Like a lot of these have come out in the other readings too. And then we have solar eclipse with threshold. So maybe it's kind of a planetary thing that's going on for people. See me in their eyes. Whenever conferring with another, either face to face to across the miles, whether a human being, departed spirit, or sentient tree, always speak to the highest within them. It makes such a difference. Amen, the universe. Yeah, as if some trees weren't sentient. Glad you caught that. That you have options is meaningful. Rock on. This came out in almost every group. If I could make just 2 wishes, I'd wish I could somehow convey to you the profound depths of my gratitude for every moment of your life. I'd also wish that you could somehow know of your unimaginable importance, just as you now are, to the lives of so very many. And of course, I'd wish for even more wishes. Oh shoot, you were such a good idea, the universe. Time for a love fest. Actually, everyone is reasonable. They just have their own reasons. And usually it's worth trying to learn what they are to maximize chances of a full-blown 60s style psychedelic love fest, which is always a good thing. Groovy you, the universe. Enjoy where you are, for soon you will be somewhere else. Oh my gosh, you guys. No longer holds power over you. Dissolve attachments of the past with love. Yes, okay. Then we have Chiron with the wounded healer. And I'm getting let me love you and I'll show you love. And Mercury with communication, which you're getting Mercury for a second time. And these cards are cards that I actually made myself, BTW. So they are personal cards. Anyway, and time now. Oh my gosh, timing, yes. Okay, let's talk about it because I'm super excited. So, enjoy where you are, for soon you will be somewhere else. Time for a love fest. You guys, your union is coming soon. It is coming soon. So I guess they're really saying enjoy being single, enjoy having fun and doing things on your own, because you're not going to be doing that for a while, because the person who's coming into your life is coming in for a period of time, okay? And I feel like they want you to continue to have hope when it comes to romance in your life. They're just like, see everything as if you are currently in love, which you have already been doing. But I feel like they're asking on you to do that more. And I think because you've been exploring following your joy, that's why you've been seeing everything as if you are currently in love. I also feel like your psychic and spiritual and gifts and abilities have been increasing rapidly, which is why you got the Halls of Amenti and why you got the High Priestess. I feel like you guys are extremely psychic and clairvoyant and intuitive, and I feel like you guys are also extremely clairaudient. You have all the clairs, but those are the two that stick out the most. We also have 55, which is a symbol of change, and a 2 next to it, which is romance. So you guys, your person is a coming, okay? I also feel like you guys are really overcoming all the obstacles that you've had in the past, so there's nothing holding you back. You're just kind of going for things now, which really proud of you for that. With the solar eclipse, I feel like there is some kind of a hidden blessing or a surprise that is coming for you. And you know what? The solar eclipse has been coming out for almost all of the readings. And I believe we're actually going to be, I know we are going to be experiencing an eclipse. I don't remember if it's solar or lunar though, towards the end of this month. And then there's going to be another eclipse November 8th. And I know that for a fact because that is my birthday and there is an eclipse in Taurus, or a full moon in Taurus, or a new moon in Taurus. You see, I don't know if it's a solar or lunar thing, so we shall see. At least, don't quote me on the eclipse, but I think there's going to be an eclipse on my birthday, which is going to be interesting. But yes, so they're just saying, keep playing, keep following your joy, keep doing the thing that you're doing, because you're doing great, okay? And things are coming into your life. We're also getting a trine, the moon. I'm going to look at that in a second. Ascendant and retrograde. Yeah, I feel like retrograde season has really taken a toll on everybody, and for you guys it's helping you come out of your shell. You have the 12, which is the Hanged Man again. The Hanged Man is really talking about divine timing, you guys. That is what it is, because on the traditional Hanged Man card, his shoes are the same color as the halo around him, and his shoes are the things that are facing up, which means that it's not about what he currently thinks is the right thing to do. His feet are divinely guided. So I feel like you guys could benefit from doing little synchronicity walks where you just kind of let your body take the wheel and or ask, like, universe, guide me, and just go wherever your body is pulling you to. Kind of like a little trust test, as well for you guys, which I think would be actually really fun. With the moon, again, I'm getting like you guys are extremely psychic. Things are going to be starting to work out for you with that trine, and change is a coming. It is inevitable because of Uranus here, okay? And then with the 12th, again, we're getting, that was the Hanged Man energy coming true for you. And I'm just going to look up what this one is, because I have these astro dice that I got custom made, and I got these symbols that I hardly ever use, and now I have to relearn what they are. So this is Cronus with authority figures and regulation. Yeah, again, authority figures and regulation. I just feel like you guys are really coming out of your shell. And remember, I was saying all this stuff about you guys being like a rising star and shining. Well, that is what this is. You guys are actually gaining a little sense of authority in whatever it is that you're pursuing. You're taking charge of your life. And with Palas here, I'm also getting that this has to do with your creativity. And because of all the Mercury energy, I feel like it's also kind of tied with your wit and intellect. Okay, like I feel like you guys are doing something communicative, so maybe it has something to do with creatively with like the arts, so like singing, poetry, writing, a podcast, something on YouTube, something on Instagram, some kind of a video, some kind of a lecture. Maybe you guys are putting together a presentation, maybe you guys are putting together some kind of a workshop or a class, or you work in communications with people. I just feel like you're gonna be completely thriving in communication in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, that was your reading, group 4. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that it resonated with you. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Do you guys know what I'm talking about with the soulmate thing? Is that something you've been waiting for? Because on the bottom we've also got hubba hubba, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like there's extra emphasis in regards to that possibly coming through for you very, very, very soon, for those of you who have been waiting. And yeah, are you guys trying to pursue something creatively? Have you actually been doing something like entrepreneurial, and like this is your way of like really getting a start into it? I would love to hear from you guys in the comments down below to get to know you guys a little bit better. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up, and I have a lot of big plans for this channel. So if you would like to stay tuned for all of the stuff that I've got planned for you guys, please feel free to hit the subscribe button down below, so that you can be in the knows when I post a new video, because like I said, I've got quite a few things planned out. I just need the time to execute them in a timely fashion and manner, which is going to happen, okay? And yeah, if you guys are also interested in the custom bracelets that I mentioned earlier in the video, or a personal private reading, you can feel free to reach out to me in the contact information, or with the contact information down in the description box below. Lots of love and light to you guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, Group 4. Hey, Group 5. Welcome to your reading. You are the last and final group. 2 words that mean last. Hello. This is your group if you chose the High Priest with Wisdom, or technically the Hierophant. There's also a number 3 here, which I think is curious. Or if you have chosen the Moldavite. This is a really interesting one too, because of the shape. It's given my finger cold chills. Okay. I'm feeling a little silly, so I feel like you guys are a little silly. Like you guys, your inner child lives on. So we're gonna get right into your reading, you guys. But before we do, as I grab the cards, which I have already pre-shuffled, I'm going to give this little mini singing bowl a ding, because I've been doing that for every group. It was a gift from my mother. Mama, if you're watching, if this is your group, hello. If not, please disregard that message. Unless you are somebody who likes to be called Mama. In that case, hello, I suppose. Let's ring the bowl. Like, blah, I can speak. Let's ring the bowl. My goodness. Okay, so you guys, a couple of things. 1, yes, this is meant to be completely themed with all astrological / galactical / spacey themed cards, but alas, I only have one tarot deck that is spacey themed, because I have not yet found another one that I think I can completely resonate with, or maybe I just haven't come across too many. So because of that, I will be using the Rider-Waite deck in addition to like a mini-year version of it. Excuse me. In addition to my astrology tarot deck. Also, the astrology tarot deck is mixed with an oracle deck, just so you know. So there is one oracle card here, because there's so many oracle cards that I have coming out for you guys, and just in general, that this is the only way to get them out there. Okay, so let's get right in. We have the 4 of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, Mars, with the number 4. It says vitality, aggression, and action. The Lovers, with water, Cancer, family, affection, loved ones, connection. This is a cute card. And we have 5 with Jupiter, conversation, persuasion, and charisma, which you guys have plenty of. And then we have the central sun with abundance, downloads, regeneration, and success. If you hear all of that background noise, by the way, I apologize. All right, you guys, let's dive right in. Give me just a moment to pick up on what these cards are putting out. I I feel like some of you guys are kind of feeling stuck or entrapped in your current situation. And I also feel like there's a big emphasis on you focusing on healing yourself, nurturing yourself, and giving yourself the time and energy that you need, and making time to give that to yourself as you navigate this confusing transition and change going on in your life. I feel like you're getting rid or dropping a lot of old patterns or habits, and it could be time for you to drop something that you've been doing kind of as a crutch, or like using as a pacifier for a very long time. It's about time for you to kind of start dropping that out of your life, because you're already shifting the energy into a new direction that's kind of unfolding for you naturally. So these kind of old habits, they no longer serve you, and they belong in the past part of your life. You get what I'm saying, you guys? Again, I'm so sorry about the background noise. I'm also getting that change is happening quickly for you guys. I feel like you guys are really exuberant at times. Like, you guys can have a very prominent laugh. You're very charismatic. You're very silly and joyful. And you guys could have either a life path 6, be born on the 6th or on the 17th or on the 24th of the month. Anything that kind of adds up to a 6, or in June, possibly. I also feel like you guys have such a bubbly person. Like, I feel like you guys really bring the inner child out in people. I also feel like you guys are secretly dreaming of love. I say secretly because you're consciously dreaming of it, but at the same time, like, you're just getting comfortable with the idea that you actually kind of want this, and you kind of as a human being need it in some sense of the word, like love in general, not necessarily romantic partnership, but I feel like you guys are dreaming about that romantic partnership. And I feel like you guys could have been single for a really long time for some of you. I also am getting that there is like a message here coming through from a past loved one that is saying that you are supported. You are supported, you are guided, you are taken care of, and you have nothing to worry about, because the things that you're asking for are coming into fruition. It's just about you putting in a little bit of that application, which you guys are doing, and about you waiting for the outcome to come. I also feel like Archangel Michael is strongly with you guys through this transition, which is what that siren is indicating to me. But like I said, I'm feeling like a father, paternal kind of a figure, or grandfather figure coming through with that support energy for you. It could also be a grandmother as well. It could be a grandmother as well, who was like more in charge of the household, I'm getting. Yeah, I'm just hearing like, go for it. Go for the thing that you want to do, and go go without inhibition. I also feel like you guys have a little bit of a temper, or maybe you've had in the past and you kind of repressed it. Okay, I feel like it's split. Some of you repressed it, and then some of you guys have easily expressed it. But I feel like regardless of who you are, something that you've worked on, or you will continue to work on, is actually overcoming that. I also feel like you guys are coming into, like, there's emphasis on you guys coming into your sensuality more. You guys also got a heck of a lot of cards, so let's get right in to it. We have Evolve with Capricorn, Majesty with Pegasus, Purity, Uranus. Look how pretty this card is. I love all of these astrology cards because I think they're so beautiful. I love any spacey theme thing. And Mars again. Wow. You guys have quite a bit of drive. Like, when you are put onto something, you are on it, like you are hooked on it. We also have, this is this is Waxing Gibbous. Waxing Gibbous moon. The Jupiter card, which, interesting, you had, that is crazy. You guys got Mars and Jupiter twice, both so far. We have the new moon. We also have the last quarter moon. the 10th house. Ooh, the lunar eclipse, which you actually have on the bottom of the deck here as well. You also have the 8th house. Oops. And the waning gibbous. So you have the waxing gibbous and the waning gibbous. Interesting. You also have lion or lion, or Leo, really. Lune, or the moon. Look how beautiful this card is. Cancer. Oh wow, we don't have space for all this. Okay, hold up. Let me shift some of these cards. Her. We also have Ascendant. We also have Aquarius with Verseau. I don't know how it's pronounced. And I guess we'll get into these cards after we look at these, because there's just way too many cards going on here. I don't even think you guys can see this one. Okay. Yeah. We'll get into it pretty soon. Give me one sec. I'll set these to the side for now. So, I feel like things are changing for you, and it is driven by divine timing. I feel like a lot of godly intervention for you guys. Remember how I said Archangel Michael is with you? I really feel like you guys are being really divinely supported in whatever transition that you're going through, whether it's grieving the loss of a loved one or going through a transition in your career or work life. I feel like there's some kind of an unexpected thing that kind of took you for, like, it came out of the blue, you know, and it maybe felt a little overwhelming with emotions, just not because it's a bad thing necessarily, but because it's kind of like shocking how easily or simply or like the way that it's unfolding. But I feel like it's because like God is with you, you know? I also feel like you guys have such an incredible, like I'm saying, you guys have a magnetic presence. Like people love being around you. You're so charming. You're so charismatic. Okay, I feel like you're getting a lot of endings and new beginnings, and I am seeing that shift in your career, but I'm also seeing a shift in your sexuality. I feel like you guys are very sexual beings, but you haven't been indulging in that part of yourself in kind of a while. So there's advice here in doing so, because it's important to express that part of yourself. You've got to fulfill your needs, however, you got to do it. You know what I'm saying? I also feel like you guys have been doing a lot of self-reflection and going within and trying to really see what it is that you actually want. And I think that's also what's helping bring in this career change for you guys, or shift, because you're attracting it in. And you know, with this new moon here, this is talking about embarking on a new beginning, especially with the waning gibbous moon, which is decreasing to get you to that new moon, but you've got the new moon here. And with this lunar eclipse, you know what guys, you had the lunar eclipse twice, with it being on the bottom of the deck here. With this lunar eclipse, it just also feels, oh, and you know, also with like embrace the dark, right? And this is making me think of embracing like your sexuality, your sensuality, shine your true light upon this earth, kind of like owning up to all parts of yourself. Because we also have here with the, I don't know if I can show this, so I'll cover the boobies, the lover's erotica sensuality, right? And you can't see it because I'm covering it, but her nippies are out, and this is all about that connection with spirituality and sensuality and sexuality. So I feel like it's kind of time for you to tie those two in, because those are associated all with the Kundalini rising as well. I also feel as though with, I'm sorry there's so much noise going on for your reading, you guys, but it's not I can't control it. It's like coming from all directions, from outside, from the corridor in the building, like it's crazy. With the lunar eclipse here twice, I feel like This is just kind of something that's been coming out for a lot of people, eclipses and new moons. I think that's also because we are actually approaching I think it's a specific time frame that we're actually approaching, because there is going to be a new moon, okay? There is going to be an eclipse, like closer to the end of October, and there's going to be an eclipse in the beginning of November. So I feel like it's just such a big shift that it's coming through in all of the readings so far, because I guess it's just going to be that powerful. But yeah, let's see what else we've got here. We also have Starseed with self, memories, and identity. Yeah, I feel like that is also making me think of like that lunar energy that we've got going on here. I feel like there's a part of you guys that's longing for home, longing for something, but I also feel like it's longing for someone, not just romantically, but I feel like it's also like you guys are missing somebody that is either no longer near you or with you. Like it could be family that lives in another state or country, or it could be a past loved one, to be honest with you. And if it is a past loved one, they're coming through and they're saying that they're always with you. You have nothing to worry about. They said that earlier, but they're saying it again. You have nothing to worry about. You're so taken care of. Your ancestors are very strongly with you. They want to say that we're proud of you for how much work you've put in, how much effort and energy you've put in into helping heal ancestral cycles, patterns, and our karmic issues. But we want you to refocus back on yourself and do the same thing going forward on you, which will in turn impact the family ancestral karmic line thing. We also have with the tall whites, uncertainty, distrust, and guarded. I feel like you guys are coming out of this place because you've been questioning why you're so distrusting, why you're so guarded, and you're trying to really release these boundaries and these shells, because I feel like you've got multiple that you've put around yourself. I also just saw 330, so that's a 33. We also have 19 with Syrians B, responsibilities, lessons, and growing up. You guys, I am so sorry about the noise. I'm just gonna keep saying that because I feel like it's only gotten worse. I don't know what the heck is going on outside, upstairs. You guys have a lot of noise. Maybe you need to calm your mind a little bit more, or maybe you guys are actually learning how to have a calm mind in chaos, which is quite impressive. Responsibilities, lessons, and growing up. Again, I just feel like this is kind of tied in with you guys growing up mentally and coming out of this like distrust and questioning your mind and your core beliefs and how you view yourself and the world and what you've allowed for yourself and how you're changing that. You guys are really outgrowing that. You also have crop circles with messages, curiosity, and signs. Again, I'm getting like your loved one is sending you signs and synchronicities and messages saying, hey, we are here for you, like all of your guides and team and loved ones. I'm also getting with Anunnaki, controlling drama, conflict of interest. I'm getting that this is the two natures of your mind that are trying to find a way to make peace and balance with each other. There's the part of you that you had always lived on a subconscious, with your, like kind of like an autopilot, and then there's the part of you that you've started exploring even more so deeper. You're gaining an understanding of, and you're trying to find the balance and see who you truly are underneath the ancestral kind of things and underneath the false beliefs that you've had and what you're currently thinking. So it's kind of like a self-discovery thing that I'm getting with you guys. But let's get into some more of your cards as well. You guys really got a lot of cards. Aren't these cards so beautiful? Like, all of these cards are so beautiful, but I think because of the matte finish of them and like the black background and the vibrant colors, they just stand out. I also really love these cards, and like I had tried to get them like so adamantly, and they were sold out for some time, and I just saw 333. So I don't know why I'm telling you guys about the cards. I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop with that story. But let's see what we've got here. We have Be clear on what you want. Put action to your goals. Make them a reality. You see, we were talking about you guys kind of coming out of your shell, feeling stuck in a certain situation, now kind of being led and guided into pursuing something else that actually gets you excited, that you actually want to do, or is in alignment, or bringing you into alignment with what it is exactly that you want to do. I also saw 27 a couple of times, so maybe 27 could be a number that you guys are seeing, as well as multiples of 3. But I feel like this is you putting your mind into balance, kind of understanding yourself a little better, to be clear about what it is that you want. Because it's not just career, because I feel like career is a little easier for you guys to navigate or fall into. I feel like this is also talking about your love life and being clear on the fact that you actually want one of those, you know, and what it is that you want from it. Love doesn't have to mean near. Oh, you see, this is kind of feeling like the message from those loved ones, again, that I was saying, either a passed on relative or relatives that are living in another country or state, but I'm getting more so for the majority of you that it is a passed on relative, and they're saying that they love you. And again, they're just so strongly with you. Like, I hope you guys can feel them with you, guiding you every single day, because that's how strongly they are currently around your presence. Some are better loved at a distance for a while anyway, and that's okay. Besides, love doesn't really know the difference. Tally-ho, the universe. We also have start where you are. The great thing about feeling deep, profound, earth-shaking love is that you can start with anyone. Next, the universe. Okay, with that card, you guys, I feel like they're also indicating, right? Maybe there's like a whole imposter syndrome thing, or like a I'm preparing, and it's good, you're getting started, right? But they're like, you're ready to actually be starting, so why don't you just come out of your comfort zone a little bit more and just start doing the thing that you're supposed to be doing, because you got it. I go where you go. And again, I'm feeling like this is your loved one. That past loved one, they're like, I'm constantly guiding you, I'm constantly with you, I'm constantly inspiring you through divine creativity and joy. Tell me, are you finding that the occasional stranger has a crush on you? That for words you've almost mindlessly chosen, hearts broken too long begin to heal. Wait, what? That for words you've almost mindlessly chosen, hearts broken too long begin to heal. That eyes sometimes well up with tears when it's time to say goodbye? Remarkable. Our findings exactly. Psst. Your divinity is showing the universe. Yeah, you guys, I feel like that's your loved one coming through again. I also feel like it's your guides, your team, and for those of you who are actually seeking a love, there is a soulmate out there who is looking for you, okay? Just gotta open your eyes, I think, to love. I think that's how it's going. What is it? You've been searching the world to find true love. What is it called? Love is... I'm sorry, guys. I have to find out the name of this song. It's here. I mean, I'm singing it horribly. Don't mind that, but it's here. It's now. Open your eyes and see. Okay, Open Your Eyes to Love by by someone. T. Open Your Eyes to Love. Also featured in the Lizzie McGuire movie. Okay, guys, before we get into these cards, we're going to also look at these cards. We have the Cold Moon with Hibernation, number 10. Waxing Gibbous with Courage. I feel like that's why you guys feel stuck, because you know that you've got there's still a little bit of divine timing at play here, and like you guys are getting really close, but you just need a little bit more time. But like they want you to start with the other thing that you're going with. They want you to just start already and have courage and just start. The Sage Moon with Purify, the number 12. Okay, Purify. You guys may have been drawn to group number 3 as well, perchance. Or 4. I think it was 4 with the number 12. I think it was 4. Yeah, it was 4, sorry. You could have been drawn to group 4, maybe. If you were, go for it. If not, forget it. With the waxing crescent transform, we've also got, yeah, remember I was saying like you're transitioning your mind, you're doing that healing, you're transitioning in your life, and you're purifying, you're kind of finding the balance between what is yours and what is theirs, as in theirs like family, ancestors, all of that stuff. You've also got the explorer with Sagittarius, the lover with Taurus, and my favorite number, 38. Oh, it's 338 right now. Hey, okay. 38 was actually one of my grandfather's favorite numbers too. Leo with the hero. Wow, you guys have a lot of astrology and like major moon cards, because you also have the wild card here. That, yeah, you see what I mean? Another major one, harvest moon with the number 7, gratitude. And then this one, this is not actually one of the cards for the readings, but I like to incorporate all the cards because I think it makes sense. This card talks about all of the element symbols for each card, like the element symbols here, but this is encompassing all of the elements. So I feel like you guys are actually kind of coming into a place where you're trying to find balance in your life, and you're being encouraged to step out of the comfort zone, step out of this little fear mindset that you've got going on for a little bit for some reason, out of the blue, coming out of nowhere, and just go for the thing that you want to do, and just be grateful and knowing that you are completely and divinely guided. You're so taken care of. Everything that you need, you already have. Anything else that could be beneficial is on its way to you. Okay, like, so go for it. Go for it. That doesn't mean quit your day job and go for that passion. It just means start your passion while you're kind of figuring out how you're going to be finishing up or doing whatever you're going to be doing with your day job. We've also got Ascendant for you, Part of Fortune, Pluto, 5, the Sun, which is also Leo, which you guys got Leo 3 times, and then you have a trine, and you have, what is this again? 1 second. What is this? What is it? It is a what? It is Chronos, authority figures and regulation. Yeah, I feel like some of you guys, it is a father figure or a grandfather figure or like a grandmother that's coming through. I also feel like with the 5th house, again, you're getting so much heavenly guidance because the 5 in tarot is the the Hierophant. Okay, that's like the high priest, which is the card. That's the card you guys chose. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm also getting with the Ascendant, it's like time for you guys to actually start coming out of this little shell that you built around yourself, and just start going out and exploring the world in through the way that you've always wanted to. With Pluto, again, this is kind of marking that transition that you're going through, that transformation. We've also got the Sun, Leo. We had Leo earlier, the Lion, right? With all that Leo energy, it's like, you guys, it's your time to shine. It is your time to shine. It is your time to be center stage, okay? Everybody else has had things working out for them, and you're always like before, oh, everyone else is getting it, why not me? Well, girl, boy, now it's you. Now it's your time with this part of fortune too. It's kind of like that divine luck. Trine, this is a blessing kind of a symbol. A trine is a harmonious thing. Things are just going to be falling into place. And I think you guys may even be a little bit in disbelief at how easily things fall into place, because you're like, there's no conflict associated with this. I don't know how to handle it. Like you're waiting for the shoe to drop, but it doesn't because you're so divinely guided. Let's get into your final cards. These are cards that I actually created myself. I drew them and everything. We have Dream, Life, Abundance, Vive la Rêve, which is long-lived dreams, something like that. We have the moon with shadow and masquerade, which is interesting because there's the duality, right? It's a half moon. Before I gaze at you again, give me a time for tears. Okay, you also had the moon earlier as well. So I'm getting you guys are really coming into really deep transformative self-realizations. You guys are actually coming into places where you're really understanding who you are and who you were and what these things were from the past that were you and that weren't you. You guys are really coming into such incredible transformational realizations. It's powerful. It's powerful. So I feel like, yeah, you're still kind of going to be a little bit left and stuck, but it doesn't mean that you can't start a little bit with the things that you're pursuing. You know what I mean? Like possibly letting people know on social media or something along those lines, or creating a specific social media catered just for whatever it is that you want to be doing. I don't know why I keep doing that during your reading, but I feel like you guys are waiting for some phone call or something. I don't know. We also have I promise with material. And I get like with this, it's like the thing that you're looking for, it is assured to come to you. It is being provided to you and brought to you by like this relative that has passed or your ancestors that have passed. They're helping bring this kind of a thing into your life, okay? So don't stress the little stuff, don't stress the details, just kind of begin and let it all unfold. And let me get the final dice for you guys as well. Oh my goodness, you have the moon again, and you have the second house, and you have, or this is the high priestess, but it's also the second house, which is how I initially saw it. So that's Taurus. You have the fourth house with Cancer, and you have Taurus. Oh my goodness, so 2 Tauruses. Okay, you're actually also being called to continue to take care of your physical body, your vessel, as you go into this self-growth. I feel like you guys could even actually start losing weight, possibly for those of you that may have been on the chunkier side, because as you're going through these realizations, they could actually cause tears. It could be a little painful because it's releasing, right? And as you release these heavy limiting self-beliefs and things that no longer serve you, I feel like a lot of your weight was being retained because you were holding on to those things, not realizing you were. So you could actually drop a little bit of weight possibly coming soon because you're actually releasing these things. I'm also seeing that you are working on balancing the relationship dynamics you have in your current home life, not just with relatives and ancestors that have been passed. But yeah, you guys are going through quite a bit of a transition, so continue to have patience with yourself, okay? And that was your reading, Group 5. I hope you enjoyed. I know that was a little bit of an abrupt stop, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would appreciate if you gave this video a thumbs up. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments down below if this resonated for you. Do you know which relative this could be? If it's a passed on loved one, do you feel like you know which relative it could be? If it's a relative that is living at a distance from you, are you guys aware of this transition going on mentally? Because I feel like you guys probably kind of are. Also, I've got really big plans for this channel. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming out in regards to helping you guys heal, other love stuff, because I know it's been requested, and a whole bunch of stuff, like random stuff, and I've got exciting ideas for this channel that goes just beyond tarot, but I just need the time to be able to actually execute all of them, but it is coming, that day is coming. So if you guys would like to stay tuned for that, or get excited for the exciting things coming, you can feel free to subscribe to this channel so you can be notified whenever a video gets posted or uploaded. If you guys are also interested in my custom bracelets or private or personal reading, feel free to reach out to me in the links and information. Wow, sorry guys, I'm like, my brain is done. Feel free to reach out to me in the links down below, not links, but through my website or the email or my Instagram, which is listed down below. My Instagram is a little sparse, but it is because I'm going to be working on getting more things out on there. But for now, it's sparse. So yeah, that was your reading, Group 5. I'm wishing you so much love and light, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, guys.